I'd rubbed my hands together then, blown on them, and thought of Joseph, back in Hawaii, wondering where I'd gone, not having the first idea where to look for me. It's a shame, Michaela says, exhaling. I honestly thought the bloke had potential. Her curly hair is making a halo as she sweeps her way across the space, silhouetted by the sunlight. Huh, what did you say is wrong with the guy? I say, covering my yawn and trying to get my game face on because I have to deal with 8 hours of serving halloumi burgers and deep-fried avocado goujons to tourists who will likely be full of questions about places to go visit and what it costs to use each parking lot. He's a tit limpet, in bed. I must give her a look because she stops sweeping and hops up on the counter to take a break, patting the countertop for me to join her. On a typical day, I'd have hopped right up, but today I don't think I could haul my butt onto that counter if my life depended on it. And I know if I stop moving now, I'll have trouble getting started again. My insomnia has been brutal lately. My body is screaming out for rest. Even the floorboards of the cafe look comfy. I'm pretty sure that if I curled up in that warm spot by the window, I could sleep like a cat. He's a what now? I say instead. You know, one of those men whose favorite hobby is just sort of squish your naked breasts together and slide their face into your cleavage. I keep on cleaning the espresso machine, wiping away the previous day's coffee ground spatter, and say, that is not a thing. It is totally a thing, she says. They're unstoppable. They don't respond to hints. Move them away and they will just move back. You cannot shake off a tit limpet. Who are we talking about again? The Doberman or the poet? The Doberman is actually a doorman at a nightclub in town, which overlooks one of the smaller beaches, but I misunderstood Michaela's Cornish accent the first time she mentioned him, and the nickname has stuck. The poet isn't exactly a poet either, but it is true that he once had a piece published in the New Key Voice that caused a sensation. Mostly because it involved a word not commonly printed in local newspapers, that word being vulvodynia, which was the entire final line of his haiku. It's hard to keep up with Michaela. She seems to have an endless stream of men interested in dating her, which isn't surprising at all, given she's the most fun person I've ever known, and she also has legs like a gazelle. I met her on my first day here when she was passing through the high street with a bag of French fries and pickles and found me weeping outside a real estate agent. She gave me some of those French fries and pickles and helped me to find a vehicle to live in, putting out an SOS on her social media pages for anyone selling a van that wasn't a shit heap. She found me a place to live and a job in Demigorgons, and I will owe her forever. Not the Doberman. He's not a cuddler. He's the silent, motionless type. He's just there, like a cucumber, all cold and hard. I shake my head and smile. The limpet thing or whatever you called it sounds better. You must have known a tit limpet, Candice. There's no way you've got to 29 years old without encountering one. It's just not possible. She slides off the counter again, clearly disappointed that I've rejected her invitation to flake out on our task list. What even is a limpet, anyways? For Christ's sakes, woman, how do you not know that? Is Hawaii not chock full of sea life? I shrug. Yeah, but none of it reminds me of men I've dated. A limpet is a sea creature. Those tough little bastards you can't pull off a rock. You can't even kick them off. You can basically use them as footholds when you're climbing. She consults her phone to pull up the official Google definition. A cone-shaped sea snail. Well, shit! Look at that! I did not know it was a snail. The point is that they glue themselves to the sides of rocks and they are impossible to move. Tit limpets are the same way. They will stay with their face glued to your boobs for like hours. There's just no way. You're messing with me. I am